Hello everybody, this is Fanny. How are you? Welcome for this new episode of the Rozoy Picot, the cannabis leaf. Ooh, what's in my eye? That's crazy. Is this my phone? You see that? Yeah. I'm going to talk about a very specific topic today, actually. Episode of the Rozoy Picot collection, right? So I told you I'm working on this 13 paintings collection from the champagne brand Rozoy Picot. So this weekend I was painting an American flag version because they're coming to America. They just got the license. They're working on distribution, but I wanted to make a special American flag. So I started with this one. Watch this video because that's not what I'm going to talk about actually. I mean, that is, but I was making this one and then I was like, oh, it's not very perfect. I don't know, I should redo it with the lines that correspond to the lines of the diamond. I don't know, so I'm going to make two versions of it. I will see which one I prefer. Okay. And then I'm going to show you what I'm working on right now. But the topic I want to talk about is the devil. So Denzel Washington has a quote that says, the devil doesn't come to you when you're doing things wrong. Okay, if you're screwed up or doing things bad, the devil leaves you alone. He's like, oh, he's my best friend, leave him alone. The devil comes to you when you're doing something right. Okay, he's trying to come and challenge your plans. And I want to talk about that because determination is so important. And there's so many proofs, okay, of that. I'm talking about this topic because this weekend, all the weekend I was doing that, I had huge anxiety. I've never had anxiety in my entire life until I had kids. One kid, which is a lot already. When you have something to lose, something you care about, then you have something precious to lose, right? A responsibility, something to care for. When you have nothing to care about, it's not working, you pack your suitcase and you leave. It's easy, okay? But when you're responsible for something, or when you have a mission that you really care about, for me, because I was talking about it with my roommate, I've been working on my business for 5 years with making barely a paycheck. Let's say in 5 years, I probably made $20,000 total. Okay, between $20,000 and $25,000 in 3 years. Okay, in 5 years, sorry, which is ridiculous. Who does that if you're not driven by a purpose that you know it's your calling, you know it's gonna work, you know that's your mission, you know some higher power has your back, that every month something came up when I had zero and so anxious, someone bought a painting from me. Just the little tiny thing that comes and just get me through the next month, right? Which I hate to live like this. I need certainty in my life. I hate to live not knowing what's going to be going on next month. Like, this is so much anxiety. I've been living in this anxiety for 3 years since we talked about divorce. 4 years now. So for me to continue doing this is because I know, okay, I have this calling, and being in this situation puts me in a place to be a spokesperson also for the single moms. I think that we should have a universal income, at least for single mothers, because until your kids are 5, you're not able to work as efficiently as someone else. So it takes you so long. I did in 5 years the work I could do in 1 year. If I had an income, if I had the time and everything. So you need to have the patience, the persistence, the determination. But when you're into something big, that's going to change your life, that's going to change the world, it could be so easy. But of course, something has to come up to ruin your plans. And this is how, when I was almost finishing my book, I spilled tea on my computer. And it was crazy because I would never spill tea on my computer. I've never spilled tea on my computer my entire life. I was there and I felt like something spilled it. It's like almost like something pushed my hand. It's like literally the tea like over my computer. It's like bathing in the tea like crazy, you know, and I had to pay $4,000 to get it fixed. So I got a payment plan, right? But who wants to pay $4,000 when you're already broke and had nothing, you know? And the guy would not want to negotiate nothing with me, like nothing, $4,000. Yeah, they give me 10%. Ooh. And now, and I always talk about this, you know, when I went to my master's degree interview a long time ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, there was the same thing. I had to drive 2 hours to go to my interview, and I was so pumped up. I'm driving on the highway, and all of a sudden there is this giant cloud that comes right over the highway, and there is these blocks of ice like that starts falling on my car like everywhere. I'm here, I'm like, oh my god, this is the apocalypse in the middle of the summer, right? In May or June it was. This would never happen. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, what do I do? I'm turning around, my god, you know. And I'm like, no, I'm going through as slow as I must. I'm going through it, and I keep going through it. I'm like, I will not be scared. I don't give a crap if it takes me 5 hours to get there instead of 2. I'm going, and I keep going, and after 10 minutes the sky clears out, you know, like a movie. And now I'm watching Dean Graziosi, my mentor, which, by the way, we argue a lot. I'm mad at my community for not sponsoring my projects. They all have this idea that because they were grinding, you know, they did it all on their own, you have to do it on your own. Or maybe they're scared that people will say, oh yeah, it's easy when you get help, it's easy, you know, or at least I can take credit for all of my work. Yeah, nobody helped me, that's for sure. Zero. I think that's ridiculous, because if you're in position to help someone, just help them. Invest, you know, in people that you believe in. Doesn't mean you have to invest in everybody, but all of my work that I've done for 5 years, I would have done it so much more harmony, less anxiety, you know, if I had an income and support, investment. But whatever, no matter what happened, we're friends, we admire each other. I admire him. He's helped me, him and Tony Robbins, they've helped me on my journey more than anybody else, like to keep going, to inspire me, to make me believe, to understand these things. And so anyways, I see that he has a black eye, 2 black eyes, right? And crazy enough, he posted on his video a week ago on YouTube. One of his videos, he always talks about Napoleon Hill's, you know, Outwitting the Devil. That the devil says, you know, I am not a person, I am not a place, I live in people's mind, you know, I am the anxiety that creeps in. And all this weekend, you know, I was like, that's it, I'm broke, I have zero, I have no income coming at all for at least another month. My only solution, you know, I'm ending my days, that's it, literally, this is the only option I have. And I'm stuck in my bed, and I hate everybody. This is everybody else's fault. And somewhat, I am mad that nobody helped me, you know? But you can blame people. People do what they want. I mean, you can force them to help you if they don't want to. But in the end, I'm like, okay. And this will not go away until I empty my bag out, like the freaking exorcism. And after all this book that I wrote, full of love and motivation, and every single time I would write a paragraph, I would just kind of channel all my energy to put all the love, all the best, highest vibration, because I want people who read it and to get instantly this vibration, right? So this was such a work for me, knowing that I've been in this anxiety, and to be objective in what I'm writing, trying to align with the highest frequency, not in the anxiety that I am in, because there's 2 truths. There is the truth. They didn't invest in my business. Nobody gave me money. I don't even know how I'm still alive after not having an income for 5 years. And the other truth is, these people inspired me more than anybody I've ever met. the community we're creating is incredible. There is knowledge that if everybody knew that and aligned with this, wow, the world will go to such level, you know. So these two truths that I believe in, and I'm like, one is hurting me from the inside just to talk about it. It's like I have a knot in my throat, and so I'm wearing my eye actually to protect myself because the topic I'm talking about. And the other truth that, okay, if we all align with this, we uplift each other and we go on that wave more easily all together, right? But the thing is that when you talk about it, it annoys people. You know, they're like, oh, you need to have positivity. We don't want to hear those crap and stuff. Okay. But then when I called one of my friends and I'm like, you know what? It's been so hard and stuff. And she's like, oh my God, me too, you know? So on social media, it looks like everything's shiny and glitter and everything. And then you talk to them and they're like, oh my God, this was so hard for me, like to provide for my family. I'm walking in the street, I'm crying. The other, she's like, oh my God, another friend of mine, just for 5 months, she was just like so depressed. I had to talk to her every day for an hour and a half to get out of this. And then another one and another one and another one. And then you talk to people and you're like, oh my God, it's not just me who's crazy. This is a lot of people who are ashamed to talk about it publicly because you're the crazy one. And when you see the rate of suicide, of depression and stuff like that, it's because through the social media we feel so connected, and then you look around and you're like, what am I manifesting? It takes so much work to manifest in your life. And this is why they say there's not so much competition, because when people see the work that it takes to get there, 5 years without a paycheck, everything I'm creating, sending paintings out to everybody, recharging my enthusiasm every single time that I feel down, because I can't give up. Because if I can give up on myself, then I call a friend that is going through it and I'm like, what? Oh my God, I can't let this win. Like, oh yeah, I'm back, you know. We're gonna get it. So recharging this enthusiasm every time it's like a gym. Then you get more used to it, mostly when you get closer to the point. Now I'm like, I'm too far in to give up, you know. But when someone is just starting the journey and the gap is so big. So all this to say that it's not just one person, it's everybody, and this is real. And so Dean is posting this video on YouTube, and he's like this, right? Fighting a monster. There is this monster that like the devil, and he's punching like this on the avatar picture, right? And in the video he talks about, I think, outwitting the devil, right? And he that's his job pretty much. He doesn't always mention it, but that's his job pretty much, to uplift people, to get this funk out of their head, mostly when you're driven with this mission and people around you don't necessarily know exactly why you're doing it, and even yourself maybe you don't know why. But this is also helping restructuring the whole society. You know, this is why I want to work at the White House. This is why I always promote the masterminds, because small businesses are what's going to carry the world now, by creating a circular economy. Okay, so this is why it's so important. But with this mindset, these blogs all the time, this is just work of every day. This is why they're like the reminder service. And so he posted this picture, and it was crazy because that same weekend, every weekend, it's crazy, every weekend I have this anxiety attack. They keep coming back. And the day after, or 2 days after, when was it? 2 days after? 3 days after? He's on a live and he's got a black eye, right? And he's like, oh, I was playing with my son and I removed the pillow. I thought I had a pillow. I removed the pillow and my son lands on my face. And then I was like, wow, that's crazy. That reminds me of the tea, when you feel like someone's pushed your hand. Like, there's no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. You know, he posed a picture like he's fighting with the devil, and the devil freaking fights back through whoever walked in, he's got available around. In that case, move the pillow. He did it himself, right? but it's like, move the pillow, boom, black eye, hit back. And then I was like, yeah, because the devil, when you're trying to save people and the devil doesn't like it, he comes to try to get you. This is why it's important to recognize those patterns and not to be ashamed, also to talk about it. Me, I don't care. I don't care what people think about me, because when I'm all full of love and encouraging and everything, no one buys my shit anyways. So I don't care about my reputation. I'm saying the good stuff. I'm saying the bad stuff, the stuff that comes through my mind. But at least after I took all this love from my book, now I'm taking all the bad out of it. And if everybody witnesses it and they think I'm crazy, well, at least, you know what? The people who think the same thing, who have this anxiety, these moments of hate, these things, well, maybe they're going to think, oh, well, maybe I have it too. Oh, well, okay, well, maybe, oh, okay, she's just emptying her bag. Okay, tomorrow we're friends again, you know? But I'm not saying we have to bring normalcy to hate and fighting, but we have to bring normalcy to communicate our feelings, good or bad. You know, I'm too broke to go talk to a therapist, plus nobody's gonna believe me. Anyways, whatever I say, that's too crazy. Unless you've been following me for many years and you've watched all of my videos and you've read all my stuff and you understand the level of craziness, that all the stuff that happened in my life, nobody can understand. You know, so that's why I wrote the book. You can read it. So I'm just sharing in my social media, it's like my journal. I'm sharing it there. But anyways, that was just to say that there is this wave of depression. It's also because there is this wave of opportunities and possibilities, right? That is obstacle put in the middle. So you punch back, right? And you go through, because you can't just stop there. Know that if the devil comes to you, and when I say the devil, it's not necessarily the bad monster that comes like that. It's anxiety, it's self-doubt, it's not believing in yourself, not believing in others, not trusting. Honestly, for me, once I let it out, it's out. And then today is a new day, and I'm good. Of course, baby.
Baby wants to come in.
Huh?
Baby wants to come in.
Come on in. But if you keep it to yourself, it just eats you from the inside. So whether you're painting or you're writing, I'm not saying go lash everybody on social media like I do. That's not, oh, baby. Hello. But painting, for me, you see, when I'm anxious in the weekend and I'm all there in my crazy mood and I'm painting, well, at least at the end of the weekend, I created something. Hey, guys. Yeah. Oh, watch out. You're hurting her, babe. She doesn't want to. You're hurting her. So at least at the end of the weekend, I painted something and I feel accomplished. I was like, oh, wow, I was depressed all weekend, but I accomplished something.
How much longer? Because I want to call Daddy.
Okay, well, I'm almost done. You don't want to call Daddy? You want to steal my phone? Stop lying. Go. Come on. Go.
I do want to call Daddy.
All right, give me 5 seconds.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was
now,
5 seconds.
I'm painting this one. The Navy, the Space Force one. Okay, so this one is going to have the colors of the uniform. You see the marine blue. Shh. Okay. Hey, can we have some respect?
Boom.
Hey, you can hang out, but don't scream when I'm trying to talk.
Boom.
Okay. And the color of the shirts, the color of the medals, the jets, everything, like the logo still. This one is diamond with the logo of the Space Force. I mean the Rozoy Picot champagne. And also look like the Space Force with the little translucent So this one is awesome. This is what I want to do, working at the White House. I want to work on the anti-gravity formula that I created for NASA and implement these free energy spaceships. Okay, so now it's going to be a sky with those pale blue colors. This one is going to be beautiful. So I'm making these little clouds, spacing them out that are bright blue, and then I'm going to put this other darker blue right here. My son is feeling better, by the way. What is that? Oh my god, yeah, he got bit by some mosquitoes. Some ants. Other side. Other side. No, other side. Yeah, he got bit by some ants. That was bad. I got my blue. Selling sky. Cotton blue. Pale blue. And it's gonna be beautiful. So that's what I tell myself now. When I see an obstacle. And I'm like...
Can I call Daddy now?
When I feel this invading me, I'm like, okay, I'm onto something good. I'm telling myself now every time, I'm like, okay, I need to let this process, but if this comes to me, I'm onto something good. I need to keep going. And yeah, but the problem is, I used to have this anxiety thing like once a month, and now I have it like once a week for 2-3 days in a row. So it's more and more often because my, financial situation is worse and worse, but I guess it gets worse before it gets better, and too far in to give up anyways. So wish me luck, guys. The book, guys, I didn't write it for me. It's out of my system now. I wrote it for you. All this energy that I took and processed to put in the book, so you could learn about all these symbols. You could learn about all this process of evolution, this journey, the colors, the symbols, the spiritual concepts, colors, the chakras, the energies, the society, the community, the work of the United Nations, the president, the masterminds, the United States military, some brands, art exhibitions, everything is in the book. I hope you read it. It's amazing. It's available right now for free on my PDF. Hopefully we will publish it soon. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.
Can I call Daddy now?
Okay, so I had an idea. So, unfinished. It's always at the end of the painting that I'm like, wait, I should have done this. So look, you see, well, you can see the color really well, but it's blue. So these are the colors of the uniforms, right? Of the new Guardians. And then on top, good thing I didn't finish yet. I'm going to change it. Instead of doing blue all around it, I'm going to do space colors. So it's like, see, you have the colors of the airplanes. That is also the colors of the admirals. And the new recruits. And going up to space. So what do I do? When it's like that, I don't want to start everything over. I wait till it dries. And I'm just going to paint over. It's just a small portion. It's not going to take long. So the portion that we're not painting yet, this is where I'm going to put the stars. I'm going to paint some stars. And the other one that we're already painting, I'm going to put black and purple. So it will be a dark space. So it's like the spaceship going to space. Whew.